There is a fascinating liquid that has quietly followed humanity through every era, from ancient healers to modern longevity science labs. And today, researchers are rediscovering just how deeply it can influence cellular repair, gut stability, inflammation control, sleep quality, joint regeneration, and even emotional resilience. It is a warm, clear broth that looks simple on the surface, yet inside it carries molecules that can literally rebuild damaged tissues, soothe an overstressed digestive system, strengthen the body's structural framework, and enhance the signals that help you feel calm and steady. What appears to be a humble traditional food is actually a biochemical toolkit filled with collagen peptides, glycine, proline, glutamine, minerals, electrolytes, and growth-supporting compounds that interact with the body in ways that modern science is only beginning to map out. And as researchers investigate molecules like type 2 collagen, hyaluronic acid, and naturally occurring amino acids, they are discovering that this ancient broth may hold some of the most accessible, affordable, and powerful longevity-supporting nutrients available today. Bone broth begins revealing its value as soon as it enters the digestive tract. The moment it reaches the stomach, its amino acids begin supporting the integrity of the gut lining, reinforcing a barrier that protects the body from irritants while allowing efficient nutrient absorption. Glycine, one of the most abundant molecules in bone broth, calms the nervous system, supports detoxification pathways, and participates in collagen synthesis, meaning it contributes to the structure of skin, joints, muscles, and connective tissues. Modern researchers often highlight how a stable gut barrier and balanced inflammation response form the foundation for long-term health. And bone broth naturally supplies compounds that assist both processes. With consistent intake, people often notice improved digestion, fewer discomforts after meals, and a deeper sense of internal stability, which scientists attribute to its impact on gut permeability, immune regulation, and microbiome harmony. As the broth travels through the body, its story becomes even more compelling. Collagen peptides begin supporting cartilage repair, providing the raw materials joints rely on for smooth movement and resilience. Hyaluronic acid from slow-simmered connective tissues helps the body maintain lubrication and moisture, supporting flexibility and ease of movement. These components are increasingly studied in longevity science because joint health is strongly linked to mobility, and mobility is one of the most reliable indicators of long-term life quality. Research consistently shows that people who maintain strong joints, balanced inflammation, and stable connective tissues tend to stay active longer, recover faster, and experience fewer age-related limitations. Bone broth naturally brings many of these structural molecules in a form the body can easily absorb. Bone broth also plays a role in metabolic stability. The amino acids inside it help regulate blood sugar responses, reduce cravings, and support steady energy levels throughout the day. Because it is low in calories yet rich in micronutrients and electrolytes, it gently nourishes the body without overwhelming digestion, making it ideal for recovery, fasting windows, or periods of high stress. Scientists studying glycine have found that it supports deeper sleep, healthier liver function, and more efficient antioxidant activity, all of which contribute to long-term vitality. The combination of glycine, glutamine, gelatin, and minerals creates a physiological environment that helps the body repair itself more efficiently during rest, something extremely relevant to anyone seeking longevity-enhancing habits. Another remarkable aspect is bone broth's relationship with collagen production. Even though collagen supplements are popular, many people don't realize that simmered bones, tendons, and ligaments contain a wide spectrum of collagen-building components in their natural proportions. These building blocks help form stronger skin structure, contributing to elasticity, firmness, and smoother appearance over time. In longevity research, Skin health isn't discussed for cosmetic reasons alone. It is also an indicator of biological aging, hydration efficiency, and connective tissue status. Bone broth enriches the body with amino acids that support both external appearance and internal structural integrity, showing that something incredibly simple can influence many layers of human physiology at once. When we look deeper, bone broth's mineral content reveals yet another dimension. It contains calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, and trace minerals that play a fundamental role in nerve function, muscle performance, bone density, and electrolyte balance. This makes bone broth especially valuable during periods of stress, recovery, or dehydration, because these minerals help stabilize the heart rhythm, support muscle contractions, and maintain cellular balance. Longevity science emphasizes that mineral deficiencies can accelerate fatigue, impair repair processes, and increase overall inflammation. Bone broth provides a natural, gentle way to restore these minerals without additives or artificial fortification. Even the gelatin itself contributes to long-term well-being. Gelatin improves digestion by supporting stomach acid balance, helps bind excess water in the digestive tract, and enhances nutrient absorption. It can also calm the digestive system after irritation, which is why many gut healing protocols include broth as a foundational element. A stable gut environment supports immunity, hormone regulation, mental clarity, and nutrient use, all pillars of longevity. Gelatin also interacts with amino acids involved in sleep cycles and neurotransmitter production, which means that something as simple as a warm cup of broth can influence both physical and emotional resilience. And perhaps one of the most surprising scientific insights is how bone broth may support mitochondrial efficiency. Amino acids like lysine and proline participate in processes that protect cells from oxidative stress. Since mitochondria are the engines of the cells and essential for long-term vitality, anything that supports their stability contributes directly to healthy aging. Bone broth, despite its simplicity, nourishes the system that keeps cells functioning efficiently and reduces unnecessary strain on the body. This is only the beginning of the journey into what bone broth can do for long-term health, cellular repair, inflammation balance, sleep quality, metabolic stability, and overall vitality. Bone broth's influence extends further into the realm of inflammation control, which is one of the most important aspects of longevity. Chronic, low-grade inflammation accelerates aging, slows down metabolic processes, and increases the workload on every major organ system. Many people don't realize that a significant percentage of inflammation originates in the gut, and bone broth naturally supports the gut lining through glutamine, an amino acid that strengthens intestinal cells. When these cells function correctly, they form a strong barrier that prevents irritants from entering the bloodstream, reducing overall inflammation. Scientists often describe this type of internal stability as one of the cornerstones of long-term health. Bone broth not only reduces unnecessary inflammatory signals, but also provides the body with components that help regulate them more efficiently. Another aspect that attracts researchers is bone broth's effect on the immune system. Around 70% of the immune system is located in the gut, and the amino acids and minerals in bone broth help create an environment where beneficial bacteria can thrive. A balanced microbiome supports stronger immune responses, better nutrient utilization, and more stable hormonal activity. This means that a traditional broth, when consumed regularly, helps reinforce both the physical and biochemical barriers that keep the body resilient. Longevity experts emphasize that consistent, moderate support to the immune system is more effective than sudden attempts at boosting it, and bone broth naturally fits this principle through its gentle, continuous nourishment. When discussing longevity, We also look at proteins like collagen that decline with age. Collagen loss affects joints, skin elasticity, tendons, ligaments, and even the structural integrity of muscles. Bone broth provides a spectrum of collagen-related components that the body can use directly. This is one reason why many people experience improved joint comfort or skin texture after consistent intake. The amino acids in the broth help rebuild connective tissues, supporting mobility and reducing discomfort associated with age-related changes. Mobility is considered one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging, and by supporting joint lubrication and cartilage integrity, bone broth contributes indirectly but meaningfully to long-term movement quality. Bone broth also affects hydration. Because it contains electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium in natural proportions, it improves the body's ability to stay hydrated at a cellular level. Cellular hydration influences energy production, repair efficiency, and overall metabolism. Many people struggle with fatigue that is not due to a lack of sleep, but due to poor electrolyte balance. Bone broth delivers these minerals in an easily absorbable form, supporting a cleaner nervous system signal transmission and steadier muscle function. This is particularly important as people age because the body becomes less efficient at maintaining electrolyte balance on its own. There is also growing scientific interest in how glycine, one of the primary amino acids in bone broth, influences sleep architecture. Glycine helps lower core body temperature slightly before sleep, which is essential for entering restorative deep sleep stages. It also interacts with neurotransmitters that promote relaxation and steady mental clarity. Better sleep results in better hormone regulation, stronger immune responses, and more efficient tissue repair. Researchers studying longevity consistently point to sleep as one of the most powerful natural regulators of aging, and bone broth indirectly supports this system by supplying the amino acids needed for calming nighttime processes. Bone broth provides gentle support to liver function as well. The liver relies on amino acids for detoxification pathways, particularly phase 2 detoxification. Glycine is crucial for these pathways, helping the liver process metabolic waste more efficiently. By reducing the internal workload on this organ, the body gains more energy for tissue repair, immune balance, and metabolic stability. In longevity science, the liver is often described as one of the key regulators of aging because it handles toxins, nutrients, hormones, and energy metabolism. Bone broth offers the raw materials that help this organ perform these tasks more effectively. One of the emerging discussions around bone broth involves its impact on muscle preservation. Although broth itself is not high in protein compared to whole meals, the amino acids inside it play a supporting role in muscle maintenance and recovery. They help reduce inflammation after physical activity, support connective tissues linked to muscle groups, and improve mineral balance, which affects muscle contractions. Since age-related muscle loss is one of the major contributors to weakness and mobility decline, any food that supports muscle-related structures contributes to long-term vitality. Some researchers suggest that bone broth works best when paired with a protein-rich diet because it enhances the absorption and use of other amino acids consumed throughout the day. Another area of interest is bone density. The slow simmering process extracts minerals like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and potassium from the bones. While broth is not a substitute for mineral-rich foods, it provides these nutrients in a bioavailable form that supports the skeletal system. Strong bones reduce the risk of fractures and maintain posture and mobility. Longevity studies consistently show that bone health is a major predictor of independence and quality of life in later years. Because broth contains minerals in a gentle liquid form, it is suitable even for people with sensitive digestion or increased nutrient needs. Skin health also benefits from consistent broth consumption. The collagen-related peptides nourish the skin from the inside, supporting elasticity and firmness. Over time, this contributes to smoother texture and more hydrated skin. While this may be seen as a cosmetic effect, it actually reflects deeper biochemical stability. Hydrated, elastic skin indicates better connective tissue health, improved hydration, and efficient collagen turnover, all processes that correlate with slower biological aging. Researchers often use skin quality as a visible marker of overall tissue health, and bone broth provides the building blocks required for long-term maintenance. Finally, bone broth supports hormonal balance through its influence on stress regulation and gut stability. A healthy gut communicates more effectively with the brain, leading to steadier emotional responses and clearer thinking. The reduction of inflammation also helps stabilize hormonal pathways, particularly those related to stress, metabolism, and sleep. Longevity science highlights the link between chronic stress and accelerated aging, and the nutrients in bone broth help the nervous system shift into a more relaxed and regulated state, especially when consumed in the evening. The understanding of bone broth continues to expand, with researchers uncovering new mechanisms related to cell signaling, tissue regeneration, metabolic regulation, and immune balance. The more science advances, the more this ancient food proves to be a surprisingly comprehensive ally for long-term vitality. As we continue exploring bone broth's role in longevity, one of the most compelling areas of research involves its influence on connective tissue repair. Connective tissue degradation is one of the earliest signs of aging, affecting everything from joint function to posture and even respiratory efficiency. The amino acids in bone broth, particularly proline and glycine, play a direct role in rebuilding these tissues. They support the synthesis of new collagen fibers, which strengthens tendons and ligaments, helping the body maintain structural integrity as the years pass. Longevity researchers consistently highlight that maintaining strong connective tissues is just as important as building muscle, because stability and flexibility depend on these deeper structures. Bone broth delivers these raw materials in a form that the body can use quickly and efficiently. Another promising aspect is the potential impact on cellular stress. Every cell in the body undergoes oxidative stress, and over time, this contributes to aging. Antioxidant pathways rely on molecules such as glutathione, which is supported by amino acids found in bone broth. Glycine and cysteine, present in connective tissues extracted by slow simmering, help maintain the glutathione cycle, which protects cells from oxidative damage. This gentle support to internal antioxidant systems strengthens the body's natural defenses and contributes to longevity by reducing the cumulative stress load placed on cells every day. In the context of digestion, bone broth acts as a restorative agent. It supports stomach acid balance, which is essential for breaking down food, absorbing minerals, and maintaining microbial balance. Many age-related digestive issues stem from insufficient stomach acid, leading to discomfort, nutrient deficiencies, and imbalances in gut flora. The gelatin and minerals in bone broth help stabilize this environment, ensuring the digestive tract functions more smoothly. Efficient digestion and nutrient absorption are foundational components of longevity, and broth provides a simple pathway to restoring them. Bone broth also plays a role in stabilizing appetite and reducing unnecessary cravings. Its amino acid profile promotes satiety and helps regulate blood sugar fluctuations, contributing to better metabolic health. Modern longevity research emphasizes stable blood glucose as one of the top predictors of long-term vitality. A body that experiences fewer spikes and crashes in glucose tends to experience less inflammation, better cognitive function, and more stable energy. Bone broth fits naturally into this framework because it nourishes gently without causing rapid metabolic shifts. Another fascinating area involves joint lubrication and cartilage maintenance. Bone broth provides hyaluronic acid, a molecule that attracts and holds moisture within joints, allowing for smoother movement and reduced friction. As people age, their natural production of hyaluronic acid declines, which contributes to stiffness and discomfort. By supplying these molecules through broth, the body gains access to compounds that help maintain joint fluidity and comfort, supporting long-term mobility. Since mobility is strongly tied to independence and life expectancy, anything that protects joint function contributes meaningfully to longevity. Researchers are also exploring the relationship between bone broth and cognitive health. Although bone broth is not a direct nootropic, its impact on the gut-brain axis may indirectly support mental clarity and long-term brain function. A stable gut environment leads to better neurotransmitter synthesis, reduced inflammatory markers, and improved nutrient absorption, all of which affect the brain. The minerals in broth also support nerve transmission, while glycine helps promote calmness and mental balance. Longevity science increasingly recognizes that brain health begins in the gut, and bone broth helps reinforce this foundational system. Hormonal balance is another area where consistent broth consumption may offer subtle but meaningful benefits. The amino acids inside it help regulate stress responses by supporting neurotransmitters associated with relaxation. When stress is reduced, the body can focus more energy on repair and maintenance instead of constant alertness. Lower stress hormones are linked to improved sleep, better metabolic health, and reduced inflammation, all core elements of healthy aging. Bone broth offers a natural way to support this balance without overwhelming the system. The minerals extracted during the simmering process also benefit cardiovascular health. Potassium, magnesium, and calcium contribute to steady heart rhythm, optimal muscle function, and healthy blood pressure regulation. These minerals help the heart maintain efficient contractions and reduce the strain placed on the cardiovascular system. Longevity studies consistently show that cardiovascular stability is crucial for extending lifespan, and the electrolytes in bone broth help reinforce this essential foundation. Another interesting angle involves bone broth's role in recovery from illness or physical stress. Because it is easy to digest and rich in supportive nutrients, it helps replenish the body without burdening the digestive system. Many people naturally crave broth when sick or fatigued because the body instinctively seeks nourishment that is gentle, hydrating, and restorative. This type of dietary support allows the body to redirect its resources toward healing rather than digestion, which aligns closely with longevity principles focused on efficient energy use. Bone broth also supports skin hydration from the inside. The gelatin in broth binds water within the skin, helping maintain a plump, smoother texture. Hydrated skin is not just a cosmetic benefit. It also indicates improved cellular health and stronger connective tissue. Since collagen naturally declines with age, providing the body with collagen, building amino acids helps slow the visible and functional aspects of aging. Digging even deeper, bone broth may contribute to metabolic flexibility. This refers to the body's ability to switch between different fuel sources, such as carbohydrates and fats, efficiently. A more flexible metabolism supports longevity by reducing oxidative stress, improving energy stability, and enhancing mitochondrial function. Broth supports this process by reducing inflammation, stabilizing glucose levels, and providing amino acids that assist metabolic pathways. Overall, bone broth acts as a multi-system support tool. It does not target one area of health. It nourishes several systems at once, from joints, skin, and digestion to sleep, metabolism, and cellular repair. Its influence touches many of the core mechanisms that determine how well the body ages. Bone broth continues to show its versatility when we examine its impact on long-term recovery and resilience. As people age, the speed at which tissues repair slows down, and the body becomes more sensitive to nutritional gaps. Bone broth delivers essential amino acids in a form that is easy to absorb, which supports the repair of muscles, ligaments, and the gut lining. This allows the body to recover more efficiently from daily stressors, physical activity, or minor injuries. Faster recovery contributes directly to healthy aging because it reduces the burden on metabolic systems and prevents small issues from accumulating into chronic problems. Longevity research consistently shows that organisms with efficient repair mechanisms tend to maintain functionality for longer periods. A growing area of interest in modern science involves autophagy, the body as natural process of cleaning out damaged cells and regenerating new ones. Although bone broth does not directly trigger autophagy, it supports many of the processes that surround it. During periods of reduced food intake or fasting, broth supplies minerals and amino acids that help maintain electrolyte, balance, and internal stability without interrupting the repair cycle. This makes it easier for people to adopt routines that support long-term cellular renewal. Supporting these cycles gently and consistently contributes to healthier tissues, cleaner metabolic processes, and more efficient aging. Another valuable effect involves bone broth's role in stabilizing connective tissues inside the digestive tract. Over time, chronic stress, irritants, or poor eating habits can weaken the gut lining, leading to discomfort and increased inflammation. Glutamine, gelatin, and the minerals in broth help rebuild this lining, reducing permeability and promoting smoother digestion. A stable gut environment enhances nutrient absorption, regulates immune activity, and supports hormone production. These improvements create conditions that favor longevity by reducing strain on the immune system and supporting cleaner biochemical communication throughout the body. The natural gelatin in bone broth supports a smoother movement of food through the digestive tract, reducing bloating and improving nutrient assimilation. Because digestion becomes less efficient with age, foods that support gut motility and enzyme balance are especially valuable. Efficient digestion means more vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants can reach the bloodstream, supporting the structure and function of organs, muscles, and connective tissues. Longevity depends heavily on the body's ability to use nutrients effectively, and broth enhances this process in a simple, accessible way. There is also increasing interest in collagen peptides, derived from bone broth, and how they may influence not just skin and joints, but also blood vessels. Blood vessels rely on collagen for elasticity and strength. As collagen declines with age, vessels may become more rigid, affecting circulation. Bone broth provides components that support the maintenance of vascular elasticity, which contributes to better blood flow, improved nutrient delivery, and more efficient removal of metabolic waste. Healthy circulation is a key indicator of vitality because every organ depends on it. Supporting vascular flexibility helps maintain energy levels and cognitive clarity throughout life. Mental well-being also benefits indirectly from bone broth. Stress, lack of sleep, and chronic inflammation can significantly influence mood and cognitive performance. Glycine's calming effects, combined with a stabilizing impact on gut health, support clearer thinking and steadier emotional balance. Since the gut and brain communicate constantly, improving digestive comfort and reducing inflammation can translate into better mental clarity and resilience. Longevity science highlights this connection because long-term vitality is not only physical, but also cognitive and emotional. Bone broth contributes to stable hydration within cells due to its electrolyte content. Proper cellular hydration supports mitochondrial function, enzyme reactions, and tissue repair. Many age-related changes in energy levels and physical performance are linked to subtle dehydration or electrolyte imbalances. Bone broth helps correct these imbalances naturally, supporting efficient energy use and improved physical performance. When cells are well hydrated, they withstand stress better and recover faster. The presence of chondroitin and glucosamine in slow-cooked bones may also play a role in maintaining cartilage health. While the concentrations vary depending on preparation, these compounds help reduce joint stiffness and support smoother movement. Maintaining joint comfort allows people to stay active, and staying active is one of the strongest predictors of long, healthy life. Every longevity model shows that consistent movement supports brain function, heart health, bone density, metabolic flexibility, and emotional stability. Bone broth indirectly supports movement by nourishing the tissues that allow the body to move comfortably. The trace minerals extracted during simmering, such as zinc, copper, and manganese, play roles in enzyme reactions, collagen formation, immune function, and antioxidant defense. These minerals support biochemical reactions that determine how well the body repairs itself and how efficiently it maintains balance. Even though they are required in small amounts, deficiencies can accelerate aging. Bone broth provides these minerals in natural proportions, contributing to long-term vitality and system-wide balance. Another compelling aspect involves its suitability for people with sensitive digestion, older adults, or individuals recovering from stress. Because broth is easy to digest, it gives the body nourishment without overwhelming the digestive system. This allows more energy to be directed toward healing, cellular repair, and metabolic stability. Foods that require minimal digestive effort are especially valuable with age because the digestive system becomes less efficient over time. Bone broth supports nourishment while giving the body space to restore itself. Another subtle but important benefit involves its effect on skin hydration and elasticity through collagen-building amino acids. Over time, these compounds help strengthen the underlying collagen matrix, contributing to smoother, firmer skin. While this is often seen as a visual benefit, it represents deeper internal processes, stronger connective tissues, better hydration, and efficient collagen turnover. These qualities are associated with slower biological aging and greater long-term resilience. When integrated consistently into a balanced lifestyle, bone broth becomes a multi-purpose tool that supports longevity from multiple angles. It reinforces gut health, stabilizes inflammation, nourishes connective tissues, enhances hydration, supports sleep, assists metabolic balance, and contributes to cellular repair. Instead of acting as a single target supplement, it acts as a coordinated support system that strengthens foundational processes throughout the body. Its simplicity is part of its power, accessible ingredients producing wide-ranging physiological benefits. Over time, these small improvements accumulate. Better digestion, stronger joints, improved sleep, steadier energy, clearer thinking, and enhanced recovery create a long-term environment where the body can age more gracefully and efficiently. Modern longevity research emphasizes that no single habit determines how long we thrive. It is the combination of small, sustainable, supportive practices. Bone broth fits this principle perfectly as a gentle, restorative, and scientifically grounded addition to daily health routines. By supporting structural tissues, calming inflammation, enhancing nutrient absorption, improving hydration, stabilizing metabolism, and reinforcing the gut-brain connection, bone broth becomes more than a traditional remedy. It becomes a long-term ally for resilience, strength, and vitality, benefiting the systems that matter most for healthy, sustained longevity.